Hello, welcome back to the channel. Again, your support is much appreciated. I would always say it because it really is. It's a growing channel, so we're getting there. Child's pose today is what we're doing, and it's probably a pose that my Vinyasa students might appreciate a little bit more from me. It's not one that I tend to drop in, but as my old teacher used to say, Kate Ashley, God rest her soul, a strong yogi knows when to rest, and it's true. A strong yogi knows when to rest. It's about listening to the body and what's available to you in that time. So if you're in like a strong practice, you're in a strong flow, or any flow, doesn't have to be strong, maybe you're just feeling a bit off that day, drop into a child's pose. That's where we go to. That's our retreat space. I don't think I've covered it yet. That's our retreat space, to just drop into it. And I kind of struggled when I was practicing, and they'd say drop into child's pose. I'd actually struggle because I've always had a bit of a belly. So like, you know, the knees together, dropping down, and I'll be like, bloody hell, I've just been doing like a really strong practice, and I've just dropped into this space where I'm just completely stopped my belly and my chest from being able to move because I rested on my thighs. You'll see in a minute when I get down there. But so I have struggled with child's pose, and maybe that's why I don't do it so much in my practices, but there are always ways to work around it. I definitely teach it a lot in my yin yoga class. It is a beautiful pose for a lot of people. It's quite unbearable for some people, and other people can literally just fall asleep in child's pose. So it's one of those poses that it really depends on your body type and how you are physiologically, and maybe even mentally and emotionally and energetically, etc. But we'll drop into it. We'll do the standard one with knees together. I'll talk about kind of things that get in the way. So child's pose, you're down on your shins, tends to be knees together, and we roll forward. This is what I really struggled with, like, because my belly, it's a bit squidgy, which is nice. Rolling forward, forehead to the floor, hands going back. So this is kind of child's pose. It's nice, it's bearable, it's comfortable when you've not been going through a rigorous practice. But when you're like, and your lungs are expanding and contracting, when you're going to get here, all of a sudden you've just stopped all that movement, and it's really quite difficult to kind of soften into. So what I tend to do is literally just open up the knees a little bit, maybe even just tuck my podgy bits of belly down in between the thighs, and take the hands back still. So we're not going super wide with the knees, so we can still get the hands back, because it's a really nice release of the spine. Forehead down to the floor, hands going back towards the feet. And it's just a beautiful pose, really. It's a recovery pose. So it is about, like, in a Vinyasa practice particularly, it is about kind of just dropping in. If you need to take a break, take a break. Your body knows when it's calling for it. Yoga's not about pushing through, it's not about endurance, it's never 100%. Like, you need space to be able to breathe, to be able to function. You know, you only need to be up to 80%, 90% max really in any sort of pose or posture. We're after that graceful flow. Breath movement, physical movement, mental freedom, emotional freedom, just that gentle ebb and flow. So if you're really struggling with breath, and then you lock in the body here and you can't breathe, then you're missing the point. Create a little bit of space for the knees, take them wider, and roll forward. You know, just relax into the shoulders. Tendency is that people hold their shoulders. You can look at my shoulders here, and then when I relax, there's a huge gap. Loads of people hold and hold and hold, but just try and soften and relax into it. Even in a yang practice, it's that point of surrender. Some people, again, it's no problem. Really taking the hands forward and just dropping into it this way. I tend to do that more with a wide leg child's pose. So the toes stay together. Spin around this way. Toes stay together. Their knees go as wide as they can, and then Let me just slide forward. So loads of adaptations for this one. So if it's tough here on the ankles, on the knees, blocks underneath the bum. So you could be sitting up here, you know, you could be sitting up here. You can roll up the mat, for example. Have a rolled up mat underneath the ankles. So takes the pressure off that stretch. Again, blocks underneath the bum, but between the legs. So you're lifting up here, so it takes the pressure off the knees. And also when you come forward, maybe your head's not reaching the floor, blocks underneath the head, just here. You know, so loads of adaptations. If you find that your knees and ankles are really tight and you're more here, which is again fine, it might be an option to use blocks underneath the head. Excuse my hands, blocks are over there. Put the blocks underneath the head here, and that just gives you a little bit more space, allowing the hips to move back just a little bit. It's not about getting the bum to the heels, don't worry about that, but it just takes some of that, you know, that forward motion off. If you lift up, just shifts the kind of counterbalance for a more even thing. Is you're not kind of squidging into the neck. Some people, I see that they're desperate to get here and then they end up like this, and it's really just completely hips up here, their face is planting, their neck's all squished up, and it's just, okay, let's back up. You can put blocks underneath the chest to support, you can put blocks underneath the forehead, blocks underneath the bum. So really get to know your body. Blocks are fantastic. They're aids, they enhance poses. Most people see it as a crutch, but they really do enhance poses. They enhance the posture for you to be able to drop into it. I'm getting a little bit yin mentality here, but it's the same in Vinyasa or yang practices. Use those damn props. Use them. I'm no Iyengar teacher, definitely not an Iyengar teacher, and that is really strict discipline, form and shape, and props to the extreme, that one. But they're really good. Use them. I think we did in the half moon, like, you know, a block underneath the hand, so you're not here, but if you have a block underneath the hand, you're more here. Like, you know, it's use the props to enhance your positioning in your body. Yeah. Acceptance into the body. Use the props. Let go of ego. Connect. That's what we're after in our yoga practice. Anyway, I think that's child's pose. Any questions, as per usual, drop them in the comments below. And thank you for your time. It is appreciated. If you did like what you've seen, please do like, share, subscribe. Click the bell so you get notifications. I do try and get one out at least once a week on a Friday lunchtime in the UK. Thank you. Anyway, peace out.